Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and thank you so much for tuning in today for this brief daily message of hope. I was reading a report this morning from, of all places, the Business Insider online magazine, and it was talking about something that I know a lot about, and I suspect you do too: procrastination. We all seem to be experts at avoiding things that we should be doing right now, hoping that somehow we'll get to them later on, tomorrow, maybe like Paul McCartney wrote about in that wonderful little verse I played from yesterday. Maybe we'll get it all done yesterday. But we have become experts at procrastinating. And this little article had some really good insight that helped me this morning. Maybe it'll help you too. That procrastination, performance avoiders is what it is. And it's a habit. We develop it over time. And we rationalize it by putting ourselves in what they're calling in Business Insider one of four different categories. There are four types of procrastinators, believe it or not. One of them is the one that I know a lot about. It's the perfectionist. This is the performer, the person who simply will not finish something until it's perfect. And yet that's a type of delaying and putting off until later, finishing something. Those of us who are perfectionists have trouble completing things on time. And then there's the opposite of that. The second type is a self-deprecator. People who put themselves down and engage in negative self-talk. I've done that before, and I know you have too. As a matter of fact, 50% of what we think about in our mind is negative self-talk. We're putting ourselves down. And we tell ourselves, I can't get that done. I'm too busy. I'm just not good at doing that. It's not in my realm of expertise. And so we beat ourselves up, and we wind up putting off until later doing something that we probably should be doing today. Then there's the overbooker, the people who deliberately schedule so many things they can't possibly do it. And I'm not really in that category, but I guess I used to be in the news business. You get so overbooked that there's no possible way you can do things in the proper time frame. And then the last one is someone who has what they call the shiny object syndrome. This is someone who is always keeping an eye open for the next thing to do and then starting it without completing the very first task. We get mesmerized by some shiny new object or program or project, and we just don't finish what we're doing. And the end result is that we procrastinate. And I just want to give us a word of encouragement today. You know, God doesn't procrastinate with us. He gives us His grace today that we can use today, and I hope we do. His blessings today, I hope we use those today. He gives us His encouragement, His joy every day. He doesn't take a day off. God doesn't procrastinate with us. And yet we often procrastinate with the gifts that God gives us today. And my encouragement is to ask God to show you His blessings today, and then absorb them, take them into yourselves, and share them with others. There's no time to waste in the spiritual realm. God isn't wasting time with us. Now, we do wait on the Lord. There's nothing wrong with that. If we have to wait, let's wait on the Lord to show us and to tell us. But the thing is, He's already showing us and telling us every day. We just have to tune into Him. And in one of the Mass readings for this morning, I just want to share from 2 Corinthians chapter 6. I just love this. St. Paul is telling us not to neglect. Do not neglect the gift God gives you today. Use it today. Here's what he says. Starting chapter 6, verse 1 in 2 Corinthians. As God's fellow workers, we urge you not to receive God's grace in vain. In other words, don't neglect the gifts of God today. For he says, for God says, verse 2, in the time of my favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you. And then this, I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. And indeed, he is at work with us and in us and through us and around us today. Listen to him, tune into him, and share his blessings with others. While there's still time, we don't have any guarantee that we're going to be here tomorrow. So let's do today what he has called us to do and make a kind and compassionate difference in the lives of others. And I hope you have a blessed day today. I am doing this in the presence of little Dot, who's been very good, and she's been a very good girl while I'm doing this. She is now a little bit over 20 pounds and is slowly either getting us trained or we're getting her trained. But today is the day of salvation. Enjoy it. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and God bless you this day.